Over 10,000 viewers applied to take part in this new murder mystery game. None of the 10 finalists had any experience of detective work, but they all thought they could do the job, given the chance. Now they'll attempt to solve a fictional murder case in which actors play the suspects. To succeed, they'll have to do what real detectives do, so they've been given a crash course in the training real detectives get.
Put your hands up now, please.
A murder inquiry would be lost without an experienced hand to lead the way, so the amateur investigators will be helped by a real detective.
I'm Bob Taylor. As a senior detective with West Yorkshire Police, I've hunted some of the most notorious serial killers in British criminal history, including the Yorkshire Ripper. I will be sending the investigators out on their lines of inquiry based on my years of experience of running murder investigations. They will face hidden tests based on the real police procedure they've been taught in training.
All 10 investigators completed their training program. And early this morning, they set off for the location where the game will be played. Only one investigator will get the chance to catch the killer and collect the £25,000 reward on offer.
We're participating in something that involves a lot of teamwork, and you are only as strong as your weakest link. I hope to see myself right there in the end, but who knows?
I've not really thought that far ahead. Just looking forward to going there, playing the game and doing the best I can, really. And you never know. Miracles happen.
Well, I look at it like this. There's 10 runners. There's no previous form. They're in a race. They're going to get stored up and they're going to go. So if it's good going for some on the inside, they'll make it. If it's sticky on the outside, you won't. So I suppose 10 runners, 10% chance.
The amateur investigators have been told they're on their way to their headquarters, but in fact, the murder game is ready to begin. Someone has been attacked in this church in the fictional town of Blackwater, and the investigators are about to arrive at the scene of the crime. It has been made as realistic as possible.
Been an incident already. There's been an incident already.
But everyone they'll meet is an actor. Everything is make-believe.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't expect it to be like this.
Find out what's going on.
Are we getting off? Are we supposed to get off? Nick, Richard, go on.
We don't know. We're just going to find out what's going on. Are we on a side?
We're in it. I'll get in it. We're in it. We're in it.
The investigators are in at the deep end and must do their best to look like real detectives.
Oh, well, we'll need to speak to everybody. Are you sort of living around here locally? How long has the ambulance been here?
10 minutes.
About 10 minutes.
Do you actually know what's happened here?
Not at the moment, no.
What this situation really needs is a leader.
Yeah, we need to split into 3 teams.
And ex-army pilot Richard assumes command.
And then if you go with Christine and Sam. Okay.
Apparently there's a wedding going on here at the church this afternoon.
Yeah, do you 3 of the team want to go in there, find out what's going on in there, but then come back? We don't even know what's going on. Okay. We don't even know if there's an incident. Yeah. But you're right. My name's Richard Sharrocks, I'm 32, I'm a commercial pilot, and I'm married to Julie. We live in Northumberland with our budgie, our 2 dogs and our 2 horses. I'd like to think that my role within the group is going to be a bit of a leader. I don't necessarily like following. I'd always considered being a detective, and so I'm looking forward to actually having that opportunity to do something that I'd always thought of as a career. Okay, well, go and join in with Sarita, and if you get all the names of everybody here, names, addresses, date of birth. Oh, here we go.
Tell us what's happening. Do we need to go up there? Right, okay. There's an incident. Can I come with you?
An important witness appears alongside the stretcher carrying the victim. Tina Wells claims she found the victim inside the church.
Sit down. Just come sit. Come sit down. Find out what's going on.
Just take your time. I know it's so. All right, lovey.
Housewife Meryl offers her sympathy.
No, don't worry.
Sam, are you going inside the church?
I don't particularly want to go in on my own.
We have got to get as much information from you
Oh,
now.
I want to help.
Yeah, good girl.
It happens in the top of the church.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Right, you've got
Okay,
that.
well, we've got a team in there dealing with that, Lovey.
What I was,
I've already in the
what I was trying,
perimeter,
right,
we're gonna
okay.
have to switch
Yeah,
off.
what I was trying to get, sorry, what I was trying to get was a team which was Mervin's team.
I'm not in Morgan's team.
Right, you're not?
No.
You said Sam?
I thought Sam was in my team.
No.
Who
I'm
was
in
the
the
third?
Meryl.
Meryl. Okay,
Mervyn and my...
Dean was here. Dean Garrity. Dean Garrity, he's the best man.
Yeah.
And he's doing the video for the wedding.
No, any people allowed across this line of our investigation team?
Yeah, no one else.
No one else.
I really think that she should go back to her house or something. She can't stay here all day if we just...
No, I know.
Can't we just go up there?
Stop!
Sorry, you can't take me in. He goes God, help, please. Back up. Stop them, please.
I am SI Merchant. It's actually a scene you can't come through it.
Please just wait. Can you not grab me? Oh, I'm sorry. Don't grab me.
The investigators seem to have forgotten their training. They have failed to protect their crime scene, their witnesses have left, and Richard is losing his cool.
Right, you're doing the outside, aren't you? Or are you doing the inside? Which one were you doing? No, what did I
We
tell
were
you?
doing the outside
Right.
recently, but then
What did I tell you?
Outside.
you told us outside, but then you told us inside.
Right.
Time to call in the cavalry. It's the chief, Bob Taylor, to the rescue.
Who's in charge here? Who's in charge?
Richard Sharrock.
Where is it?
Don't know.
Right, well, all the investigators gather round here. Do you have a leader?
I sort of nominated myself, sir.
Is everybody happy with that? Are you all in agreement?
Yes.
Right. So you're the lead investigator.
At the moment, sir.
I want 3 people to secure this crime scene. So will you choose 3 people now, please?
Samantha, Nick, and Christine.
Right, you are team 1.
Team 1 are briefed to stay at the church, secure the crime scene, and look for evidence. The other 7 investigators follow the chief to HQ, where they'll find out what happens at the next stage of the murder game.
Here's a question. What's the name of the victim?
Catherine Pryor.
Yeah.
The girl in green, the one that was with the victim,
Who was
found the
emotional.
victim. Yeah, why didn't she run after the ambulance? She ran inside the church.
You stopped her, didn't you, Meryl?
Well, I was trying desperately. I stopped her from going in the church. I mean, she was obviously either very distressed or pretending to be if she's the murderer.
Hello, I'm Meryl Holt and I'm 56. I have 2 daughters and 5 grandchildren, and I live in a village in Gloucestershire. I've always done crosswords, and so I started subscribing to this magazine called Tough Puzzles, and you get 1 a month. My younger daughter rang up not long ago and she said, "Mummy, keep doing your puzzles because apparently it keeps Alzheimer's and senility at bay, so I'm going to keep doing them."
This converted barn deep in the countryside will be the hub of the investigation. It's where daily briefings are held by the chief.
Right, there's no time to lose. The first 24 hours on a crime investigation are crucial. So what do you know? What have you found out so far?
We found out that a female was taken into an ambulance from the church at approximately 1 o'clock today.
Do we know her name?
Yes, her name is Catherine Pryor.
Catherine Pryor.
Yes.
The victim, Catherine Pryor, is a single mother. She was attacked in the church where her sister was due to be married later today.
Who else was in the church?
There was a lady called Tina Wells who found her, who says she found her.
Who's she?
She lives in the old rectory. She came running out after the stretcher.
Was anybody else in the church
Yes,
this morning?
just after Catherine and Tina arrived, the best man, whose name is Dean, came. He was there to set up the video. They were going to video the wedding.
Who do you think is the most important people to be talking to now?
Parents.
Come on.
Next of kin.
Her father, Frank.
Father Frank.
Right. So your first line of inquiry is to see Frank Pryor, Catherine Pryor's father. Richard, after the next of kin, who do you think we should be talking to?
Dean, the best man, was setting up a video camera.
Exactly.
Tape inside it.
You need to find out where he is, get that video. That could be vitally important.
As lead investigator, Richard chooses who will work together. He has already put Nick, Sam and Christine in Team 1. They are still at the church. He makes Mervyn, Andrew and Mel Team 2. They will interview the next of kin. Merrill, Sarita and Rory are Team 3. They will question the best man, Dean Garrity.
Now listen, I have a 100% record in serious crime investigation, and I don't want you lot making me look like a mug. Do you understand?
As the investigation gets underway, Team 2 sets off to interview the next of kin.
How you doing, Dad?
You calling me?
Yes, are you ready?
The victim's father is Frank Pryor. He lives alone. But today his younger daughter Goldie Pryor is with him. They're getting ready for her wedding, planned for later today. Neither of them have any idea that there's been an awful turn of events.
Investigator Mervyn speaking.
Hi Mervyn, it's Richard. Just had a phone call from the chief. Catherine Pryor died on her way to the hospital.
Catherine Pryor died on the way to the hospital. Right, okay. Thanks a lot. Bye.
My belly
There you
just
go.
went.
There you go.
She's dead.
She's dead now.
Mel, Mervyn and Andrew are already treating the fictional events as if they were real.
Scared.
And they're about to face their first hidden test. They must break the news, but before they can do so, a child will enter the room. They've been taught how to deal with the situation, but will they remember their police training?
There's been an incident.
So if we could just come in just for a short period of time.
What sort of incident are we
Can
talking
we come in, please?
If we come in, we
We
can
don't like to
discuss
sit
it.
on
We'll
the
talk about it if we come in, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to...
I'm afraid there's been an incident involving Catherine Pryor.
Hello.
Anya. Sorry.
It's probably not a good idea.
Is it possible at all to speak to you, Mr. Frank Pryor, and Goldie alone first?
Yeah, unfortunately. Is it okay?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Anya, if you go upstairs and find what you need for today and put it in your bag, and all right, okay.
We give you a call, love, when we're ready.
Yeah, sorry. I'm afraid there was an incident involving Catherine this morning. Unfortunately, due to the incident, from her injuries, she did die on her way to Chelmsford A&E this morning.
I'm sorry.
What? Are you sure it's Catherine? I mean, how do you know it's Catherine?
Very sure. I'm terribly sorry. We are very sure that it's Catherine.
Are you saying that she's been murdered or something?
All we can say at the moment is that Catherine Pryor this afternoon died, basically, and it has been confirmed.
I'm supposed to be getting married.
I know that there was 3 of us in a group together, but it was me that actually had to break the news. The family members were actually staring at me while I was saying it, and it was the most gut-wrenching feeling in the world. So I felt almost really proud of myself that I managed to do it and get the news across to them.
Just to piece this morning together, we need to find out real movements.
Oh God, this is... I popped out, got a newspaper. And I came home and had a cup of tea. I read the paper and then I thought, I'll just pop and get some petrol in the car. And then I came back after getting the petrol and I was here and I've been getting ready until you've arrived.
Sorry, I mean, can we find out about real movements as well?
Yeah, I haven't been out. I've been here all morning with Anya.
You've been here. Have you been here on your own?
No, with Anya. Anya. I've been here all morning with Anya.
Is Anya your daughter?
Catherine's daughter.
Catherine's daughter.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hi, my name's Melanie Sainz. I'm 21. I don't work at the moment, but I did used to be a lap dancer. I was always the one that used to watch the sort of like crime programs and always say, you know, the first 2 minutes he did it, you know, and I always used to get it right. So I think it's just a lot more to do with common sense than anything else. I will prove to the world, you know, that I'm not just a dumb blonde dancer, you know, that's not going to do anything with her life.
Back at the church, Christine, Nick and Sam continue their search for clues. They bag evidence, take blood samples and dust for fingerprints.
Locked down with. Somebody is down there.
Hello? There's somebody banging on the door. Yes.
I think
Is everything okay?
you better come and see this. There's a noose with a note on it that's just appeared.
Attached to the noose is a chilling message. It's from the killer, who is challenging them to discover his or her identity, but at a price. At the end of each program, 2 investigators who haven't come up to scratch will travel to separate locations. One will find a clue that brings them closer to the killer. The other will be eliminated from the game.
I am one of the 9.
I'm one of the 9.
So somebody's playing games. I'm Christine Rose. I'm 30-something, which I'm not going to disclose. I'm a housewife, and I'm a very busy housewife, actually. Well, I think I'll be a good detective because, firstly, because I'm nosy, obviously. You've got to be a little bit nosy. I'm not nosy in a nasty way. I'm not maliciously nosy. You know, like, I'm just generally curious. I've got a good sense of humour, and I think you're going to need that. I definitely think after a couple of weeks, you're going to need it.
Sarita, Rory and Meryl set off to interview the best man. He's at his car showroom and he's just heard the tragic news. Dean Garrity is the next suspect in the case. He was seen making a video with Catherine shortly before her murder. Meryl is keen her team doesn't make a single mistake.
If we do have to interview a witness or anything, can you not shoot the gun quite so obviously? Just keep it still. Okay.
That's better, Ed, as soon as you get out.
Okay.
I can help.
You look a bit upset. Do you want to sort of...
You were about Catherine, weren't you?
Yes. As you know.
Yeah. Have you heard anything?
We know that she's died, but I'm afraid we don't know what happened quite yet. It was in the church.
Were you anywhere near the church this morning or this afternoon?
I saw Catherine at the church. She was playing the piano. And I was setting up a video because I was going to be filming the wedding for Jay.
Right.
And then the battery ran out, so I left and I came back here.
Battery for?
The camera.
Which reminds me. Do you have the tape with you? Yeah? Is it possible? Can we take it away with us? Is that alright?
Not this minute.
At the end.
Sarita asked for the video camera, but Meryl wants to keep Dean talking. He tells them he delivered the wedding card to the church, and gave the keys to Catherine.
Tell me what to make of current, please, Dean.
Yeah, it's a Ford Mondeo.
That's a wedding car, yeah?
Yeah. Listen, I don't mean to be rude, but can we do this tomorrow or something?
The tape.
What tape?
The phones on the camera.
Oh, yeah, could we take the video?
Yeah,
please. You could go with the video.
Now it's time for Team 3's hidden test.
Yeah, my video camera's going.
Brian! Did you move the camera? No, I haven't seen it, man. I was just saying
Dean has noticed his camera is missing. The office is now a potential crime scene. Will the investigators realise this, remember their police training, and take the appropriate action?
Yeah. Wouldn't mind, I would just take a look.
The guy was going to get up and he was going to give us the tape and he was stopped, and then I don't know what happened, but the whole couldn't find my team members, and then I let the guy go because he was getting agitated. I don't know, and it just sort of like got a bit. Are you going home now?
Yeah.
I know Sarita was very upset, probably by me, because I had stopped Dean getting up to go and get the video.
We haven't got a lot of time to prove ourselves, you know, because one person leaves on Wednesday, effectively. No, it was just how we screwed it. The one thing we had to get was his tape, and I just let him go without finding the tape.
Sarita, Rory and Meryl will have to wait to find out how they've done.
It's time for me to pack my bags. In fact, it's just...
Sarita, don't get so hung up on this. I mean, you know, we're all in this together.
Hi, I'm Sarita Raval, I'm 29, from South London. I used to be a recruitment consultant and now I'm not. I think I'm quite observant, and I think it's one of the skills that's probably going to be required. My two worst qualities have to be that I'm impatient and I can be quite forgetful, which in a show like this are probably the worst qualities you could ever have.
Sam, Christine and Nick are still at the church and about to face their test.
Find it. Record stops ringing.
Sam has heard a mobile phone ringing, but should they intercept the call? They've been taught how to deal with this situation, but in the heat of the moment they seem to have forgotten their training.
Hi, Richard. We've just found a mobile phone that's been ringing about 3 or 4 times now.
Sam, ask him if I should answer it.
Phone is ringing now, should we answer?
Yeah, bag it, and if possible, answer the phone through the bag.
Richard says answer the phone through the bag.
Through the bag.
There's nothing in the background noise, nothing else. Let's just play this one.
Team 1 return to HQ with the evidence they've bagged at the church. It's the first chance for all 3 teams to get together and discuss the case. Richard's only lead investigator for the first programme, so he's making sure things get done his way right from the start.
Has everyone read this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, this is from the research office. First one, Frank Pryor. He's born in 1948. He's a milkman. He has a criminal record, which include minor offences for thieving and handling, and he was also convicted of assault, which was actual bodily harm back in 1987. The other thing I got today was that the mobile phone found in the church had one set of fingerprints on, owned by Catherine. So we're assuming...
So that probably got thrown over in the struggle then?
Possibly got thrown in the struggle, so you may well have just missed it on the look around. I haven't done much investigating as today. I purposely stood back and directed the teams to do things. I'd like to see a little bit more discipline, that, sort of shown by people, sort of personal discipline. Christine was an example. I was saying, you will be ready for briefing at 9 o'clock, and she's saying, oh no, I've got to do this, got to do that. And it's like, no, I'm telling you, be ready for briefing, you know, I'm the leader at the moment.
Supposing she's sitting by the piano when somebody comes up the stairs aren't carpeted.
No, the stairs are wooden.
The stairs are wooden.
No, the room before it's carpeted, Sam. That's what I said.
Whoa, stop. Wait, stop.
No, it's carpeted.
Just quickly get to the point of what you're going to say.
Sam.
because just quickly, Chris, we'll spend quarter of an hour talking about this. Let's get to the point of what you're going to say.
I forget now.
Well, thank you boys for making my dinner. That is absolutely beautiful.
Is that all right? Yeah.
That is really nice.
What do you want tomorrow? Chicken or what do you want tomorrow?
Really appreciate it.
So everyone had fun today?
I don't think I'd call it fun.
Certainly.
An experience. There has been days when I've had more fun.
Wasn't me.
Just over the 20 or something.
No.
What?
Put your shoes on.
What's broken?
Do you think this is part of the case or it's something's gone wrong?
Someone's trying to
Actually, some get the boots on, go and see if there's anyone outside.
It was quite frightening, really. It was like, this is real. We are really living this now.
For some people it seemed a bit scary, but it just kind of heightened and brung it home how close the whole experience is becoming now.
We need a camera.
Just chill. There's no rush, except 3 guys outside with torches.
Exactly.
See if you got anything outside. Anyone doing a runner. Yeah?
Why 3 men?
Well, because they're harder.
Tonight's incident with the brick coming through the roof, I thought that unsettled 1 or 2 females.
Do you want me to get a camera and take a picture of what just happened?
Yeah, let's just chill out.
Well,
I
know, but there's
it's not
no point
moving.
in some of us just
No,
sitting
you're
around,
right.
is
You're right, but it's not moving anywhere. So let's just breathe deeply. Put your hands in your pockets, relax. Let's see if there's anyone outside.
We didn't expect it because we thought today was maybe enough up to that meal point, but you've got some surprises in store for us and I'm loving every minute of it.
Is it a wreath?
Yeah, there's wire on it and possibly blood there.
Right, okay. Start with the wreath and then get on to that. So do one then the other.
Wow, scary. A whole host of people, pictures of a whole host of people saying killer on, question mark.
9 photographs? Yes.
9 photographs, killer, question mark.
Yeah.
On each picture it says killer, question mark.
It's the end of the first day of the investigation. Who attacked Catherine in the church where her sister was due to marry? It could be any of the people the investigators have met. Where was her father, Frank Pryor, all morning? Does Goldie Pryor have a motive to kill her own sister? And how about best man Dean Garrity? He was seen with Catherine setting up a wedding video at the church where she was murdered. He claims his camera has been stolen. But could he be...
Morning.
Morning, Chief. Yeah, morning, Chief.
What's been going on? Richard?
Since we spoke yesterday, a brick was thrown through our conservatory window. Attached to the brick was a wreath, which is in the plastic bag over there. Attached to that wreath were 9 photographs.
Didn't Team 1 get a message in the church?
Yes, we did.
What was this message?
It was come out to play. I am one of the 9.
I am one of the 9. These messages are from the killer. Catherine Pryor's killer is one of these 9 people. The killer is playing a game and has thrown down the gauntlet. Now let me tell you this, there is a £25,000 reward for whoever catches the killer. Let's talk about yesterday. Team 1, what happened? Nick?
We found quite a lot of exhibits. One that threw us was a mobile phone.
Did you handle it?
Very gingerly. We initially picked it up just by the aerial. After about 5 minutes it rang again.
Right.
So somebody was obviously trying to get through to the person.
So you didn't answer it?
No.
Very good. Right.
Nick has lied to the chief. He thinks he's got away with it, and he has for now. But if he gets caught, it's his team that will suffer.
Team 1, the post-mortem is underway. I want you to go to the morgue, see the pathologist, find out what you can, and retrieve Catherine's clothing and any personal effects. Team 2, how did you get on? Were you able to ascertain from Goldie where she had been all morning?
She claims that she was with Anya all morning getting ready.
What about Frank?
His answer was he was at home getting ready for the wedding.
Never went out at all, Mervyn?
That was a question we didn't ask.
Sorry, yes he did. He went to get petrol for his car.
Where did he go for petrol?
We didn't find that out.
What time did he go?
Again, we didn't find that out at all.
Where was he at 12 midday when Catherine was being attacked? The key times that you should be focusing on first are the time when Catherine was attacked. You really do need to confirm Frank's movements for yesterday. Team 3, your line of inquiry yesterday was to see
Dean Garrity.
Dean Garrity. What happened?
Dean had been drinking and he was getting rather agitated at the questioning. So we said we'd speak to him in the morning and let him go.
Right. So you didn't pursue the video camera?
No.
So if it's been stolen, who do you think could have stolen it?
The killer, obviously.
And if the killer stole it, what might that be? Mervyn?
Crime scene. So
A crime scene. You've missed a potential crime scene where the killer's prints could be, fibres, anything. Go see Dean Garrity. Follow up on this videotape. It's vitally important evidence and you need to track down that videotape. Is that clear?
Yep.
Now remember, this is a murder inquiry. The killer is playing games. This is where it gets serious.
Sarita, Merrill and Rory set off to question Dean Garrity again. They need to find the video camera he was using in the church before Catherine was murdered.
Take it out so you can get out.
Oh, that's very kind.
That's the wedding car. Can we follow that car, please?
Quick.
Get in. Oh, it's the wedding car. Richard, we're in pursuit of the wedding car that just drove out just as we were getting out, okay? Oh! Hang right here.
Next right.
Down the winding country road, can't see what he's doing every time he's outside. Remember, if you watch out the back window to see if there's anything that he's got, like bags or anything that's going to be thrown out.
Here we go.
Go up, pull up right behind him. Okay, stop.
Don't follow.
No, stop. We need to look at what that was. No.
Stop.
I just knew it, damn it. Can we just wait here for a moment? We get the tape. We need to get the tape. Richard. Hello. Richard, right, we've lost sight of the car, but we saw him throw something over the bridge, so we're stopping to see what it is. So
Which way, Rory?
We'll bring it back. All right. Okay, out.
Was it definitely over this way?
Guys,
Yeah.
can you please just be careful not to step on anything? Get a tape around it.
Get the camera.
You've got it?
What?
Put some boots on just in case you
I
step
thought
on
you'd
anything
seen
else.
it.
Huh?
I thought you'd seen it.
Yeah, but he threw it over.
But I thought you said I'd seen the camera.
No, no, no.
Oh my God, there's a car.
It's the 4x4.
Is it? Mm-hmm. It's just if Dean comes back, if it was Dean.
He must have
Do we know?
instructions
We
to
don't
go.
even know
we
if it's
don't.
Dean.
Speculation.
Yeah.
My name is Rory McNally, actually originally from Cookstown, County Tyrone, small town in Northern Ireland. Occupation, working on the railway lines. Well, my best qualities for being a good investigator would probably be I'm a quick learner. Like, you only have to tell me something once, like it'll stick in my head. I suss things out very quickly, you know what I mean? It takes a lot to get by me. Police environment, I imagine would be disciplined, which I'm not very good at, to be honest. The disciplinary fact of it just doesn't appeal to me at all.
Mel, Mervyn and Andrew are off to question Frank Pryor again. They track him down to his allotment, but Frank's story is about to change. In order to pass this line of inquiry, Team 2 must notice the inconsistency.
Hello, Mr. Pryor.
Just need to go back to yesterday morning after you left from work and made your way home.
Came home, it's about 9. Inside for 10, 15, 20 minutes, I don't know exactly. Then I popped out, around the corner to get a paper. Started getting ready for the wedding.
Yesterday we spoke to, and you went out to get petrol for a car. You said
petrol for the car.
Yeah. Can you remember what time that was?
Did I say I went for petrol for the car?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did go and get.
They decide to follow the petrol station lead.
Where is that in relation to your house?
Just on the A12.
Andrew establishes the address, and they set off to confirm Frank's story.
Okay, why did he go and get petrol 40 minutes away when there's loads of petrol stations
I said that to Mer. Nobody drives 40 minutes for petrol, do they? That's like 35 miles for petrol.
Is it possible to have a look at your CCTV footage from yesterday as well?
I can contact head office and get them to contact you.
That would be fantastic.
They will have to wait for the CCTV footage to find out if Frank has been telling the...
If you just think of anything, just give us a call.
The investigators' search for the object thrown from the wedding car continues.
Can we do this a little bit more systematically? Because we know he's threw it off this part of the bridge. So can we take one person on that side, one person in the middle, and one person in to try and work systematically through? At the moment, we're just really random. We could be here forever. Are we moving?
Where the fuck's that tipper?
Rory's just Rory. He makes me laugh. I wish he'd stop swearing because it's doing himself no good. It doesn't offend me because I don't get offended, but it's not doing himself any good. Although he's a buffoon, he does get on with it, which pleasantly surprised me. Oh, show yourself tape. I wish I'd seen where he threw it.
Sarita!
Yeah?
Got it!
You got it?
Yeah, get it, boy!
Oh, Rory, great! You got gloves on?
It's the actual video camera itself.
Oh!
This is today's test for Team 3. They found the camera, but should they play the tape inside?
Lift it up and check to see what's in it. You could still be looking for a tape here. That's the baby we're looking for. Check the tape.
I'd rather not open it.
I reckon you eject it. Fuck it. There's no sense going back.
See, I'd rather not open it.
No, I think it's better not.
If
Just
there's
leave it as it
fingerprint on
is.
the open button, then...
No. Just drop it.
That was fucking excellent.
Nick, Sam and Christine are heading to the mortuary to interview the pathologist and collect Catherine's possessions.
The body is of a young adult female of average build. When brought to the mortuary, the deceased was wearing contact lenses. Height,
As we went in, there was
weight
a dead body under a sheet being put back into the refrigerator. We walked into the morgue and there was somebody hosing down a slab, you know, full of blood. I mean, it was probably a dummy, I don't know, lying on the slab that was supposedly Catherine. We presume it was Catherine.
Obviously there'd just been a post-mortem taking place on that table, which was, it kind of brings it home, you know. This is, it's like all the time, everything we see, this is real. This is like quite frightening, really. The only thing I found really strange, when the pathologist shook hands with us, his hands were freezing. His hands were like, and I shook hands, I was like, oh.
Well, Catherine Pryor, I take it you're talking about here?
Yes, that's the lady.
Okay. There's 4 wounds, 2 to the left side of the neck and 2 to the left chest wall, and they're a triangular shape, and it's actually caught the jugular vein.
The items that you find on her?
Yeah, we've got a list of it.
You've got a list, yeah.
You'd like to check off each item.
Okay.
You can sign for it there, and you can take that away with you for your own investigation.
No jewellery at all?
No, this is everything that was with her.
The team collect Catherine's belongings, but as they leave, the victim's sister Goldie arrives.
I know, and that's why
Hello. My name's Nick Sipes. I'm with the investigation team that you perhaps spoke to yesterday. It's your sister in there. Hello.
She seems upset, but she's after something.
I'm absolutely in complete shock, you know. That's why I just want to see her. I just want to see her body, you know. I just need something to hold on to. I was hoping there was going to be a necklace, actually, because it was my something borrowed for the day yesterday.
Oh, right.
And it was sort of special to her, and I just was hoping I could take her stuff away with me, and I just need something to hold on to. If it can't be her possessions, then I really...
The bridegroom, Jay Wilmington, arrives to take Goldie home, but before they leave, they'll quiz Team 1 for details about the case. Jay is a suspect, so is Goldie. So how should Team 1 respond?
I've actually... What have you heard so far?
Yeah,
have you got
any suspects? Do you know if there's anybody that's...
We've got no confirmed information as yet.
Is it looking like somebody that knew her, then?
We don't.
Really
it's completely
we really need your help.
Who found the body?
It's still not confirmed, really.
Maybe we should make a move, actually, then, if you're not going to be allowed to see her.
Well,
I would appreciate you staying.
No, I just want to go home. I want to change my clothes. I haven't for 24 hours. You know, and it's quite stressful, so let's maybe make a move, you know.
Thank you for your help.
All right, we will be in touch.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All 3 teams are back at HQ, and although the investigators have failed to clear any of the 9 suspects, they have made progress in the case. They've requested CCTV footage that could prove the victim's father, Frank Pryor, lied to them. Goldie revealed an interest in a necklace her murdered sister was supposed to be wearing to her wedding. And Team 3's painstaking search of a disused railway paid off. They found Dean Garrity's video camera thrown from the wedding car. But what is on the tape inside?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Chief.
The exhibits officer tells me you located a video camera with a tape inside.
Yep.
What do you think might be on this tape?
It could show the church before, obviously before anything happened.
So we find out what's on the tape?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Let's play it.
You think this is a game?
What do you think that means? Christine?
No, I just observed something. There's a missing necklace. It was just something else I picked up.
Well, what did you see?
She had a necklace on. The necklace was gone. When we went to the mortuary, we came across Goldie, and she was asking me about a necklace, and that must be the necklace.
Good point. What else does the video tell you?
He's inviting us to go and play a game with him, and he's also threatening us that basically when we go, he's going to kill one of us.
Exactly. The killer needs two people to go out alone. One of you will return from the killer's game, but one of you will not. If your team...
The chief will now pass or fail the teams on their lines of inquiry. The investigators who fail will be up for a group vote to choose the first person to play the killer's game. Richard's last task as lead investigator is to pick the second person. He can choose anyone, but who is he dying to see the back of?
Team 1. On day 2, you went to the mortuary. You bumped into Goldie. She asked you lots of questions, but you gave nothing away. That was very good. But let's talk about your line of inquiry on day 1. You heard a mobile phone downstairs in the church. You told me previously that you did not answer that phone. When I was reviewing your work, I got a surprise. Let's look at what happened.
Sam, ask him if I should answer it.
Richard says answer them through the bag. Through the bag. Okay.
So, Richard, you persuaded them to answer the phone. Nick, you answered it. You could have entered the memory of the phone. You lied to me. I asked you yesterday and you said you did not answer the phone. I have no choice. I am failing you on your lines of inquiry.
Nick, Sam and Christine can now be voted for to play the killer's game.
Team 2, let's talk about your line of inquiry. You broke the news to the family and you persuaded Goldie to take the child from the room. It was the right thing to do. I was very pleased with that. You were asked to find out Frank's whereabouts. What did Frank say? Let's take a look.
I read the paper and then I thought, I'll just pop and get some petrol in the car. And then I came back after getting the petrol and I was here and I've been getting ready until you've arrived.
On day 2, you went back to see Frank to double check his story. What did he say this time?
He missed out at the petrol station.
Exactly. 24 hours later, he'd changed his story. And you picked up on that. Well done. Mel, the way that you dealt with the family, with Frank in particular, was excellent. Team 2, I am passing you on your lines of inquiry.
Mervyn, Andrew and Mel have passed. They will not face the first group vote.
Team 3, you remembered what you'd learnt at training school about dealing with evidence, although you were tempted to tamper with it. Merrill persuaded you otherwise, so that was good work. What happened on day 1? Let's take a look.
That was on the camera.
Oh yeah, could we take the video, please?
Right. Did you move the camera? No, I haven't seen it. I was just saying, I thought you must have moved it.
What were you doing? You missed what was an important crime scene. The video camera and tape were stolen. So, Team 3, I am failing you on your lines of inquiry.
Merrill, Sarita and Rory have failed, so the group can vote for any one of the 6 failed investigators. Everyone votes apart from Richard. They join the chief, one by one, in the voting room.
Christine, who are you going to vote for to play the killer's game?
Sarita. I don't feel as if she kind of listens.
I think she has a tendency to talk over people. I think she's quite rude to people.
My choice is Sarita. I felt that within the group, she doesn't attempt to bond. I think she stands out too much.
I think I'm going to have to vote for Sarita. She seems to like working on her own a lot and not sharing information with a group of 10.
Unfortunately, Chief, I'm going to have to go for Nick. On the first day when you questioned the group and said that he didn't answer the phone, and it was the glaring inconsistency in their reply to you, I guess.
I'm voting for Rory, just because I don't think he's taking his work as seriously as everybody else. I mean, everyone's saying it's a game, but at the end of the day, we're trying to get hold of a murderer.
At the halfway stage, Nick and Rory have 1 vote. Sarita has 3.
I'd have to vote for Rory. I just think his concentration span isn't there.
I'll be voting for Meryl because when Sarita first asked Dean for the tape, she decided to let him talk a bit more.
Having to name one, I would go for Meryl. Her, like me, are one of the elder 2 contestants, and I feel it may get a bit much for her.
I think I have to vote for Rory. It's not a personal thing. If it was personal, I'd be voting for somebody else.
The group vote is tied between Rory and Sarita. They are put to a revote.
I have the results of the revote here. And the first person to play the killer's game will be Sarita. The second person to play the killer's game will be chosen by the lead investigator. Richard, will you stand out here and tell the group who you are going to choose to play the killer's game and why?
Sorry to say, the person I'm going to ask to play the killer's game tonight is Christine. Christine is very intelligent. She's got a lot of good points. The only thing I'm worried about is I don't think she has enough initiative to actually go and do things by herself, which I think will be required later on in the game. Very sorry to
Christine and Sarita must now pick an envelope. Each envelope contains a location that must be searched for a clue. One of them will come face to face with the killer and be eliminated from the game. The chief has no idea where the killer will be waiting.
Old Oaks. Power Museum.
You have 1 hour to prepare yourselves for the killer game. Good luck. I think you are going to need it.
I think the power's gone to his head.
I really can't.
Well, I can, because as soon as he said he had a dose.
I was very surprised that Richard picked Christine. I kind of thought that that wasn't truly fair.
No problem. I'll be back.
Yeah. I was shattered. Nothing to do with her being a friend of mine either. This is a completely unbiased thing.
A few of the girls did not want me to vote for Christine, and I do believe that that was on emotion, because it was quite clear if you looked around that whilst Christine was able to do tasks, if you said to her put that in the bag, she could do it. If you gave Christine a slightly broader task, she was unable to comply with that by using her own initiative. So yes, I do think that the girls are more swayed by emotions and friendships than cold, hard logic facts.
Thank you, guys. You need us back?
I need you back.
Well, the only thing I can be safe is that you're the one who didn't vote for me.
Because you're the one with the brains.
Answer me just honestly. I just really need to know. Did either of you vote for me?
I did.
Can I ask why?
Really, I think that's unfair, because if you come back, you're going to dislike me now.
No, I'm
you
not.
will.
No, I
you
won't.
will. It's nothing like your personality or anything
Well,
like
no,
that.
but it is, isn't it?
But
What
I
it
can't be
was-
two-faced and sit there and come and cuddle you and say, Sarita,
No,
I'm sorry,
still, yeah,
because
it'll
I'm
come
not
out and-
two-faced.
Christine and Sarita travel separately to their killer game locations. When they arrive, they are rigged with special infrared cameras and sent out into the darkness, completely alone.
I felt she'd obviously been through an experience that I probably wouldn't have enjoyed terribly, very scary, but she was still in, and that was what mattered to her.
In the back of my mind, I'm going to be wary that maybe those people who voted for me are going to resent me returning rather than Christine. Yeah, well done. Really well done.
Next week on The Murder Game, new evidence goes up in smoke. The search for the murder weapon gets underway. More suspects come under surveillance. And Christine returns from the grave to choose the next lead investigator. Will they seek revenge on Richard for eliminating Christine so early on? Digital viewers press red now to play Detective at Home and see the clues Sarita brought back from the Killer's Game, or visit the website